Good afternoon, Abnormals, and welcome back to the Ministry of Abnormality YouTube live broadcast. I'm your host, O Abnormal, and today is Friday, March 24th of 2023. Welcome back to my show. Um, it is a week that has been, and here we are at the end of it. In the chat room, I see Mao and Sabrina. Hello. How are you both? How was your week? Today we have... Wait, let me adjust my chair. Oh, where's my... We have to put the chair in work mode. Am I going to multi-stream today? I was checking it out this morning, but I don't quite have it figured out 100% yet. So, and I literally don't know what I'm gonna do today. Like, I am here with no plan. I have no plan. I am just here to stream. I have no idea what I'm doing today, so I figured, you know what? Let's just stream. You know, let's just do our stream, and we'll see what happens. And so yeah. Let's see, Sabrina. Right now, I'm terrible. I made a cream cheese bagel and didn't realize my cream cheese was as old as it was. Took a big old bite of sour nastiness. Oh, well, but you're okay, right? Like, I mean, other than awful taste, like, right? I mean, you're okay. Your stomach didn't explode, anything like that. Hello, Yuki. So, sorry. Hello. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. I'll survive though. Okay. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I have no plan. So yeah, this morning I went to look at multi-streaming. I saw something called Restream, but it's not free. So and I was kind of busy with work and with a combination of work and laziness. You know, it's Friday and I know I have to work all weekend, so it's kind of like ugh. So I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out if that's gonna be the best option. Um, if all that stuff, like, and I was just sitting there thinking, okay, am I going to dedicate like a couple of hours to figuring this out? And then I thought, not worth it today because I have no idea what I'm gonna do today. So, so yeah, like I just went, you know what? Let's just let's just yeah, let's just chill today and we'll see what happens. Let me open a file. I'm gonna go with okay, let's open a file. Let's go over there. I'm gonna turn on the fan. It's getting a little hot. Okay, here we go. So, other than sour cream cheese, how are we? Ooh, let me mute this. Oh, okay, wait. Sorry, I have to answer a message here. Okay, wait. Sorry, let me... a friend of mine just sent me a message that he got his motorcycle today. And, does it ever happen to you that somebody sends you a message and, uh, and you, like, it's a good thing, right? So he sends me a message like, hey, I got my bike today. And I answer like, oh man, that's awesome. But while I was answering, he sent me another message that is a bad thing. So it ends up looking like I said the bad thing is the awesome thing. Like, he basically sent me like, hey, I got my new motorcycle today. And 3 kilometers in, the rear brake failed. I'm so angry. And my reply is, that's so cool. That's awesome. Like, yeah, that's so happy. So happy things failed. Uh, okay. Uh, okay, where'd I put my pen? Okay. So yeah, like, okay. There we are. Wait a second. Where is the image I was working on before? Maybe I can just work on that. Let me move this over here, so... Oh, wow, it's been a while. Well, wait. I'm looking for the image I was working on. Oh, wow. I haven't worked on that image since before I got the new PC. So that image isn't even here. Okay. Yeah, I was calling it Corpse Dragger, but it's not here. Like I have to retrieve it from from like the other computer. So I was like, I should finish that before I start a new image. Well, I guess we're starting a new image. Okay. Okay. So, Mao, you were saying you've had a productive week? That's awesome. Uh how about Okay, where am I going? Where am I going today? Where am I going today? Let's see. What about you, Sabrina? How's your week been? Hmm. Sorry, I'm testing here. So I'm feeling in a very kind of cyberpunk kind of mood. So let's see where that goes. What's everybody got going on today, this weekend, all that? Oh, hello. Fluff my bunny. How are you? Yes, I have moved over to YouTube. We were actually talking about the possibility of multi-streaming, but I didn't start it today. So I actually will be back on Twitch, but multi-streaming from YouTube. So Ermax, hello. It's been tiring. We are doing a game jam thing at work, and it's going too fast for me to mentally keep up. I feel like I'm drawing at warp speed. Well, I like game jams. Game jams are pretty cool. Mao is playing the role of O today. I'm here like, game jams are pretty cool. I hate them. I hate them, and everybody that likes them. I hate them and you. Okay. So what? So you know what? Yeah, let's do. Uh. Okay. You do make a very good. Um. You do make a very good point there, Sabrina. Okay. In a work environment, yeah. Yeah. Like if it's something that you chose to be a part of for fun and all that kind of stuff, yeah. If not, it's just come give us all your hours. Okay, let's do it. Let's do an art challenge. Who wants an art challenge today? Let's do an art challenge. I got an idea for an art challenge. Okay, Mao is in. Ermax, you in. Ah, this explains everything. Okay, so here is the topic for today's art challenge. I'm gonna write it down just so everything is nice and clear. Um, Here we go. The art challenge is that you have to draw all the images for a AAA video game in 3 hours. I call it now, and now we call it Art Jam. Okay, let's go. Art challenge. And it is March 24. And the topic of today's art challenge is repairs. Repairs. That's going to be our topic for today's art challenge. Repairs. There we go. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. What happened there? Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's see where this goes. Got ideas. Okay, so what's everybody's plan for the weekend? I mean, I got a ton of work to do, but I really want to go to the movies. John Wick 4 is out there, so I'm really in the mood for some John Wick 4, you know. As one does. So yeah, my weekend, I'm hoping will be work, Elden Ring, and John Wick 4. Elden Ring, I've been playing it lately, and this week it had an update, and now Elden Ring has ray tracing. So not gonna lie, the ray tracing is not really anything to write home about. But then again, I don't think anybody plays any of the From Software games for the graphics. Tomorrow you're having a barbecue with some friends. Oh. Barbecues are nice. I like barbecues. So Mal, in your role today, you have to say that you hate them. You gotta talk about how much you hate barbecues, Mo. Okay. Okay. My browser crashed, so I might have missed some combo, but I'm back. Ah, okay. So yeah, we're doing the art challenge. The topic is repairs. So, are you in? Can you be in, or are you? Give me a second. Okay, you doodle a something. So, are like, is the game that you're doing for the game jam at least, like something cool? Like, do you have something cool going on there? It's actually the most interesting game we've started yet. Posted a tidbit of stuff in the Puke channel a couple of days ago. Oh, I've been. This week has been weird. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Nice. Something cultish. Still haven't played now. Now that I see that, I still haven't played Cult of the Lamb. I believe you played it, right? You recommended even, if I'm not mistaken. But I still haven't played it. Is it me, or have people gotten like more relaxed with NDAs? It seems, and I don't mean us, the artists. I mean the clients. Like right now, I'm like, the stuff that I'm working on that I can't tell you guys about. I haven't actually signed any NDAs. It's just me not being a dick. Basically, that's like my NDA is just me not being a dick. Um, but I swear my clients are so relaxed with NDAs. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm the same. So, I just continue following best practices in the sense that, like, okay, if I'll wait for the book to be published before I say anything. The usual stuff. But yeah, I haven't signed anything in a long time. Recently, I did sign a contract that literally in the contract. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. The contract literally said we both agree to not fuck each other over. I mean, the contract said that. Like, okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree. Brain, hello. Four money bears. What is the legal definition of fucking over? You got me there. I just make sure to be, my regular delightful self, and that's all I can. That's pretty much all I feel an obligation of doing. Uh Still sounds like it would be better for the eyes, to be working on dark canvases. Hmm. Okay. Well, that is true, Brain. That that a contract with such loose definitions probably can't be enforced. Um. Hey, Felix. Yes, today's topic is repairs. Uh. Well, it is true that such a loosely defined contract probably can't be enforced legally. Uh, the the truth of the matter remains that at an industry level, if you know break even like basically, even though you don't sign an NDA is considered to be best practice. And if you are breaking an NDA, even if the NDA is non-existent, well, good luck getting work in that industry moving forward. So it kind of self-regulates in a way. Hello, Pew. How are you? How's your afternoon going, beautiful? For example, like the role-playing game industry is extremely um small. If you think about it, like everybody seems to know each other, and so yeah, you don't want to be the guy that's out there, like showing your clients stuff when they're not ready for it. And yeah, and you'll definitely be having a bad time, um if that's, like if that's gonna be what you the way you do things. Sorry, I was just realizing that I haven't saved. uh, let's label this 2023 03 24 dash repairs. There we go. So I am now ready to do my review of the keypad. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it this weekend because I have to deliver like all the art next week. Like all the art in the world, I have to deliver it next week. But so I don't know how my time is gonna be this weekend. But yes, I am definitely ready to review. My opinions are formed. And I don't know if any of you want me to tell you what I think. Oh wow. Can you get sparks in space? Oh. Let's see. Sparks in space question mark. A spark requires the ionization of some intermediate gas between high voltage electrodes. In the absence of this gas, the passage of electrons will be the same as they are in a vacuum tube, which is invisible. There are two common phenomena that are often both referred to as sparks. A high voltage spark ionizes air to provide a conducting path for current to flow. The second source of spark is low voltage but relatively high current. Yeah. Okay. So, in my video, I will talk about it plenty. But long story short, uh, no, I cannot recommend. Um, no, I can't recommend um, a keypad for artists. Um, nope. There's only one situation where I would recommend the keypad for artists, and it's like Mao. If you're having wrist problems, and then maybe the change to how you handle your wrist might benefit from the keypad. But if, like me, you are looking to it as a source of increased productivity, then I'm gonna have to go with no. This is definitely one of those situations of something you want but you don't need. 100%. Basically, oh wow, what's all this? You're not gonna get rid of your keyboard. Your keyboard is still gonna have to be there. So it's not like you're gonna end up not using your keyboard or anything like that. I want that face to be in another position. Okay, wait. So yeah, you're not gonna get rid of your keyboard. Your keyboard still has to be there. You I can't really say much in terms of it making like people faster. What I'm gonna say is gonna sound very kind of like full of myself, so I do apologize. But um, I mean, okay. So here's the thing. It is nice. It's nifty. It's fun. It's interesting. I like it, and I like having it. But it has not made me more productive. It has not made me faster. It has not made my life easier. And I wouldn't go so far to say that it's made my life more complicated, but it has definitely added like an extra layer, an extra level to what I do, which I guess is basically, yeah, it's made my life a little bit more complicated. I wanted to see if it was gonna make me faster, and no, definitely not. It definitely has not made me faster. Like I said, I don't want to sound like super full of myself, but um at a certain point you don't really get faster at a technical level, but you just get faster like at a physical level, right? Like, I don't spend any time trying to figure out Photoshop or anything like that. So what I look for is stuff that's going to make me physically faster. Mr. E, hello. um I was just talking to the chat room, Mr. E, about a keypad that I got for working and what I thought of it. So yeah, in terms of like, I'm not gonna get any faster in terms of Photoshop, right? Like I don't spend any time trying to figure out how to do things or stuff like that. Like, some images take longer, some images take less, but in general, at a technical level, I'm pretty sure I'm about as fast as I'm gonna get. I can, of course, get faster at a physical level, doing stuff that will help me work faster, optimizing my workspace, optimizing the way I do things, and stuff like that. This isn't, of course, to say that there's nothing that I couldn't improve in the way I work with Photoshop or all that kind of stuff, but we're not talking about like seriously hours off of my, of how long it takes. This thing, I got it because I thought it would make me go faster, and it has not made me go faster. um at first it was quite the opposite. At first it actually made me slower, to which I was willing to just think, okay, that's just going to be the case while I get used to it. Well, it's been 2 months now. I think I'm fairly used to it. Maybe not 100% used to it, but definitely to a point where I can say, okay, this thing is not going to make me faster. The other, like, at a technical level of the gadget itself, yeah, it's nice, it's nifty. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. The buttons are very satisfying. All that kind of stuff, right? Installing it, super easy. Setup is really easy, but it's a lot of work. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is the software that you install with that. Wait, let me just bring it over here. So this is the software that you install with that thing. And so you guys remember how I've said in the past that I don't care about RGB lights on my computer, and that, I'm not like, yeah, whatever, I'm not gonna pay more just so my computer can have like shiny lights. Well, they seem to be unavoidable. My keypad has lights, my keyboard has lights, my mouse has lights, my CPU has lights, and at a certain point, my desk starts to feel like a teenage gaming streamer came and threw up on it. Like, all I'm missing is the studio light. Like, it just feels like Twitch threw up on my desk, and now I got all these RGB lights everywhere. The thing is, each one of these lights comes with a program, because I'm not a brand kind of person. So my CPU is an Asus, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, Asus, whatever. My mouse is a Redragon, my keyboard is a Corsair, and my keypad is a Razer. And each one of those four things has its own program to control the lights. So Asus has a program called Armory, Redragon has its own driver, Corsair has a program called IQ, and Razer comes with a program called Synapse. This is Synapse, and you have to install it because that's what has the controllers, and when you install it, the controllers for the lights immediately want to control all the lights on your computer. So, not a significant amount of time, but I do have to spend like a minute every day, basically telling the different components of my computer setup to not try to control other components, because they all want to take over the lights. But that's not a big deal. That's not what we're here for. So, okay, here is where you configure your keypad, right? And so you basically tell it, okay, we got this key right here. What do we want to do with it? And this setup does take a lot of work. It's not difficult, right? Like, it's not technically difficult. It's very easy to figure out. But basically, you have to sit down and tell each key what you want to do. And the issue there is that you then have to sit down, and I don't have it right here. I'll do it for the video that I'll record. But I had to sit down and start writing down the different commands that I use, because I mean, who's gonna sit down and just out of memory right up, like, just like that. Go, oh, okay, I'm gonna need this key, this key, this key, this key, this. No. So what I had to do is I had to write it down and then look up like one of those cheat keyboard images and just sit down and figure it out. And so at first I was working in Clip Studio Paint. And so one of the things that I don't like about this product, but it's not the product, it's all products, is that the art of making instruction manuals kind of like, I don't know, it like died in the 90s. I don't know what happened. But things don't really have instruction manuals anymore. I don't know if you've noticed, like maybe this is a grumpy old Uncle O yelling at clouds, but what happened to instruction manuals, right? Like what happened to awesome instruction manuals that came with the product and told you how to handle the product? This one comes with just like, here's how you connect it to your computer. And I'm just looking at it. Oh, really? You put the USB in the USB? And then you go to this website. Great. So, at first, when I set it up, this button right here, it's called the Hypershift. And I kind of overlooked the Hypershift. Because I realized that this product is not really made for making art with. This program is made for gaming. So I thought Hypershift? That's some silly gamer crap. Which is weird because I'm a gamer. Like, I mean, I'm not like gamer, trademark gamer, like here with my cat ear headphones and RGB lights in the background and, you know, what up, Roblox crew? Like no. But I'm a gamer, you know. I play video games. So why I saw Hypershift and just went immediately to like, oh, that's some stupid gamer bullshit. Like, why did I go there? I don't know. Maybe I need to review my outlook on life and become a more positive person, but that's not where I was at that moment. So I just overlooked it. And what I saw is that you can have different key maps, right? So Zimoria, hello. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while, beautiful. How have you been? How have you been? So what I saw is that you can set up different keypads and that you can set up a key to access those different keypads. So my first setup, I was in Clip Studio Paint and I set up all the top keys to take me to the different keypads. And I had one keypad for painting, one keypad for saving the file, and one keypad for I've been good. I noticed you stopped popping up on Twitch, so I checked YouTube and oh yeah, I kind of moved over to YouTube because Twitch is great for gaming, but not really for art. So I moved over here. And like, yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm actually going to be multi-streaming next week or something like that, trying that out. So I had a really kind of complicated setup at the beginning where I had to press buttons to move to different keypads to do different things in the same program. And eventually I figured out that the Hypershift is a button that you press and it kind of gives you a second keypad just by pressing that button. So then I redistributed all my keys. And the first distribution I did was this. And this is something that if you're going to get one of these, you have to do. Right? Like I made this image. And in this image, I have all that. And I would have it up on one of my other monitors all the time. Or maybe you print it and put it on the wall and stuff like that. This is the Photoshop one. But at first I was in Clip Studio Paint. So I have the Clip Studio Paint one. Then when I moved over to Photoshop, I did that. And here is the major reason why I wouldn't recommend buying this for working. It's because you are basically asking your brain to relearn a keyboard. And I mean, you might be sitting there thinking like, well, I'm smart. Yeah, I, as you guys know, I switched computers 2 weeks ago. My old PC has a Spanish keyboard. For my new PC, they only had English keyboards. And I said, you know what? Who cares? Um, I mostly write in English anyway. Let's get an English keyboard. Oh, anybody that has spoken to me through the written form over the past 2 weeks must be under the impression that I had a stroke or something. Because the combination of new keyboard plus new keyboard layout, it's like I forgot how to write. You would be amazed at how like automated we are with those things. So yeah, like I've been relearning to use the keyboard. And this new keyboard, like the old mechanical keyboard, which is now Pew's computer, is like super clackety, and the keys are like you have to really kind of like bang on them and stuff like that. This new Corsair keyboard is also mechanical, but the keys are so sensitive, like just insanely sensitive. So it's just like I forgot how to write. Now add to that this. You're basically asking your brain, like, oh, look, here's another keyboard. Except this one, the distribution has nothing to do with what you're used to. Oh, no. It's just stuff that I put there because I thought that maybe I could do a more optimal layout than the keyboard that we've had for I don't know how many years. So it does have like the shape of it, you know, the shape of the thing is meant for you to rest your hand on it. So it is easy to work with your hand on it. I have my hand on it right now, right? And so that is easy. Like you rest your hand on it, and that helps a little bit while you're working because your hand is on it. But it still happens to me 2 months later that I'm working and suddenly I'm just using the keyboard because the keyboard has to stay right there next to you. Like you can't get rid of your keyboard. Arlemisa, hello. So I've been enjoying it, but I've been enjoying it for the wrong reasons. I've been enjoying it because I think that it is a good idea and a good project to put yourself in situations where your brain has to figure out stuff again, right? Like not let your brain get used to stuff. So you know how like you're drawing and you flip the canvas to kind of see the image different. Well, I think it's a good idea to do that with your brain. Like that's basically what you're doing with the keyboard. And I use this and my brain now has to figure out how to do it. And I like that. But it's an extra layer to the work that you do. And if you're already struggling, like if you're already just trying to figure out Photoshop and stuff like that, and you know, you're here trying to figure out if the art is gonna work or not, you don't need that extra shit. You don't need that extra stuff. It's just not. It's just making your life more difficult, because the gadget is fun and pretty, and that's it. It's not cheap. Like if it costs like $15, I'd say go for it because you're gonna spend, you know, not a lot of money. You're gonna try it out. It's gonna be fun, and then you're gonna put it in the drawer or the part where you keep all your computer peripherals that you never use, and that'll be it, right? But it's expensive, so you kind of feel an obligation to use it, right? Like you're not gonna stop using it because you're gonna feel bad if you're not using the really expensive peripheral that you got. I'm talking about a keypad, a gamer keypad, as you can see right here, but being used to work in digital art, specifically in Photoshop in my case, but yeah. So, yeah. Um, Beyond that, it I can definitely see somebody like Mao getting use out of it because Mao, I mean, you guys remember that Mao said that he had wrist problems. So yeah, it is definitely a better way to, sit down your wrist and all that kind of stuff. That definitely has its benefits. It is absolutely a more comfortable position and stuff like that. But if you don't suffer, like if you don't have any wrist problems, and I don't, then there's really no point. Like there's really no point to having it, and there's not really any reason to get it. Um, it's not all bad though. I will definitely continue using it. I'm not gonna put it away in the closet. I'm not gonna, sell it or anything like that. Uh, Besides, after that review, who am I gonna sell it to? Hey, Mal, want to buy the product I don't recommend? Um, but there are some things that have, that I do benefit from. One is that there are certain commands in Photoshop that were made a lot easier since I can now program the key to just, for example, flipping the image in Photoshop. To flip the image in Photoshop, Photoshop does not have a key combination mapped to that. So to flip an image in Photoshop, you have to come here, window, view, flip horizontal, and now it's flipped, right? So what I did with this one was I came to edit, keyboard shortcuts, and I made a new command for that. And it's like this, which combination is it? It was like really, it was like whatever, because Photoshop doesn't really have a lot of keys available, right? Like they are being used. So Control F1 was the one I did. And I think I even had to like override some other command. But I did map it to the keypad, so now I can flip the image very easily. The other one is for something that I like from Clip Studio Paint that Photoshop doesn't have. So in Photoshop, when you have your brush, right? You have your brush, and if you want to erase, you either have to go and choose the eraser and place the eraser like on the same brush as the pencil or the brush that you're using, or use whatever eraser you have at that moment. And that's pretty inconvenient. Now, of course, you can do what I'm doing right here, which is I'm drawing on a mask, right? I just have a solid color, and I'm drawing on a mask, and that way I can just flip between black and white using X, and that way I can, draw and erase very easily by just pressing X. I like having an eraser that is exactly the same as the brush I'm using as a pencil, because I feel that it gives the line work like a very nice kind of natural loose feel. I like it. Anyway, Clip Studio Paint has that. Clip Studio Paint has X to switch between colors and C that makes you paint. Well, the way they define it is that you paint transparency. So Clip Studio Paint definitely does it easier. You just press C, and now you're painting transparency, which is basically you're erasing. Photoshop doesn't have that, but it does. So what Photoshop has is that your brush is on normal mode, right? As you can see up here, it's normal mode. Well, you can come here and tell your brush to be on clear mode. And now your brush is an eraser. And you can come here and tell it normal. Now, of course, having to come up here and do that every single time is not a good workflow. And the command for this, Photoshop has a command for these. And they are really, really convoluted. It's like Alt Control R, if I'm not mistaken, is the combination for that. So it's just like really, really difficult to get there and stuff like that. And it's just not going to work. Nat Class, hello. How are you? How's that printing going? So again, what is the difference between clear brush and just using the eraser? Okay, so the difference is, let me show you, for example, with a brush that has like a little bit more, for example, here, this is a chainmail brush, right? So you paint and it makes chainmail. That's what it does, right? So yeah, this is when I use that for making chainmail. Now, if I switch to the eraser by pressing E or just going to the eraser, now it's an eraser. And the eraser has a different shape, as you can see, right? So the eraser has its own shape, while the chainmail has the shape of the chainmail. So when I use clear, the same brush now erases. In this case, with the shape of the chainmail, right? Which can have a lot of uses, but for drawing especially, I like it because that way you can draw and you can just erase with your same pencil, which to me gives you like a very, very, very nice control of your lines and stuff like that. You can like really, really fine tune it to get the kind of painting that you want. Now, technically, you can go to the eraser and in the eraser, make an eraser brush that has the shape of the pencil. But then you would have to manually go and set up the eraser that way. And sometimes you just want the hard eraser, right? Like sometimes you just want, like you're here painting with your pencil. Wait, okay, what now? Oh, okay. Like you're here painting with your pencil brush and you just want a hard eraser right there. So basically, if you make your eraser have the shape of the pencil and then you want another eraser, that's an extra step every single time. You have to go to the eraser, choose the eraser brush that you want, make sure it's the same as the pencil that you have, and it's also going to have a different size, right? Like here's the size of my eraser. You can see it on screen. Actually, I don't know if you can see the mouse button, but you can see by the, like here's the size of the pencil that I'm using right now. If I put the eraser, as you can see, it's a different size and it's a different kind. So I would have to go make a pencil shaped eraser and it's still gonna get a different size and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a lot of steps. It's so much easier and simpler to just have your pencil and then go clear. And now that's the problem. Photoshop has it. You can do it. You have your pencil, you put it in clear mode, and now what makes Clip Studio Paint so much easier in that sense? That all you have to do is press C, and now you're painting with transparency. Well, when you have the brush, you can access clear by pressing Alt Control R, which is not comfortable to be like alternating right away in Photoshop. But with the keypad, you can put that on just one key, and that's what I did. So now I have this key, brush is normal, this key, brush is clear, normal, clear. So yes, that is a plus of the keypad. That's it. That's not worth $100. like it's like just figure it out some other way. Like it's not worth $100. Worst case scenario, you can go to the keyboard shortcuts and make a new shortcut for that, and make it easier. I don't know, make it whatever key you're not using, sacrifice a key, but whatever. Like that's not worth paying over $100 for. So there's that. The $100 thing is the keypad. So it's not all bad. It does have some advantages to it, but it's not worth the money in terms of being more productive as an artist. You're not going to be able to get rid of your keyboard. You're not going to be able to get rid of your keyboard because no matter how efficient you are at programming this thing, you're still going to come across stuff that you're going to need your keyboard for, even if it's just writing the name of the file that you're saving, even if it's just that, or punching in some numbers and stuff like that. Like, you're going to need your keyboard. So your keyboard's always going to be there anyway. So yeah, my final verdict on it is you want it, but you don't need it. like you want it, but you don't need it. CSP has made remote mode a lot more difficult. I wasn't able to use my phone when I did the live paint thing last week, but I just plugged my external numpad in that I program hotkeys and it was fine. No, I can like I said, I like the keypad and I'm gonna continue using it, but they're not cheap enough to justify. Basically, they don't give you enough advantages to justify their price. If they were a lot cheaper, go ahead. But the advantages they give do not cover the cost of the thing. Now, of course, if you got money to spend, you just got one lying around the house, go ahead, use it. It's fun. It's a nifty little thing. Gaming on it is also fun, so go ahead. Now, Arlemisa, I haven't forgotten about you. You asked me, do I miss Clip Studio Paint? No. I did at first. When my hand was still automatically trying to do Clip Studio Paint, yes. Yeah, what happened in that class was that I changed my computer. I got a new computer 2 weeks ago, and in the transfer to the new computer, I forgot to save my Clip Studio Paint brushes. And the thing is, since I teach Photoshop, I don't normally export my Clip Studio Paint brushes, right? Because nobody ever asks me for them. My students never ask me for my Clip Studio Paint brushes because all my students suck at the teat of Procreate. Like, they don't even, like, there's not even any point of me teaching Photoshop anymore. They all suck at the teat of Procreate, and I hate it. I hate it. Not because Procreate is not a good program, which is something you never want to say publicly, because holy crap, Procreate users, I don't know what feeling of inadequacy you guys are dealing with, but holy crap, you tell a Procreate user that Procreate ain't all that shit, you will not hear the end of it. Holy crap. They will defend that thing. Like, you thought Krita users were obsessed? You have not seen a Procreate user. They do not like it when you question Procreate. But that being said, I can't deny that Procreate did do something very good. And it's that while I think iPads are insanely expensive, and I think the Apple Pen is also insanely expensive. Procreate itself is not expensive. It's still a much more financially viable option than buying a full computer plus a monitor tablet, right? Like iPad, Apple Pen, and Procreate are expensive. Well, no, Procreate is not expensive, but iPad, Apple Pen are expensive, but Wacom is Wacom and a computer to push it efficiently are are more expensive. Now, it's 2023. We don't need Wacom anymore. I know, I use a Wacom tablet, but you can bet your balls if I need to get a new tablet tomorrow, I'm not going to be getting a Wacom. If I needed to get a new tablet tomorrow, I would more likely than not get a Huion. So... Oh, okay, Ermax. Go buy the groceries. So yeah, the whole idea that the Wacom tablet and the computer are more expensive than an iPad Pro and an Apple Pen falls apart when you don't get a Wacom and you just get a Huion. Which yeah, Huions are great. Huions are great. I agree. So, but anyway, most of my students use Procreate, and they do not like it when you tell them that Procreate ain't all that. They will get defensive about that shit. I don't know if it's because of the price that they had to pay to use the Apple product or anything like that, but they do not like it. Oh my god. The challenge is repairs, Nat class. But all things considered, I'm not like at my most focused mode right now. I'm basically just having fun talking about these things. I hope everybody's okay with that. So, I know Felix is in, I know Mao is in, and Sabrina, if I recall correctly, is gonna sketch something quick and light, which you know that, like, translation, those of us that have been in this community for a while, we speak Sabrina. And you know that when Sabrina says she's like, yeah, exactly. Sabrina says, I'm just gonna, quickly sketch something, and then she just, like, prepare to have your mind blown away. In many ways, Sabrina's kind of like Bison in the Street Fighter movie when he tells Chun-Li that for her, the day Bison blessed her village was the most important day of her life, but for him it was just Tuesday. That's kind of Sabrina with her art. She's like, yeah, for you, the day Sabrina blessed your eyes with my magnificent art was the most amazing day in your life. For me, it was just a sketch. Just a sketch I did with I just decided, hey, today, what happens if I put the pen in between my butt cheeks and dance on top of the tablet and see what comes out? Oh, look, a masterpiece. Finally got back to painting minis. Purchased a 3D printed one yesterday. Having a lot of fun with it. Ooh, nice. I've never painted minis, actually. but it always looks like so much fun. Um, Ooh, really? Now I'm very curious to see it. So, so, so anyway, so yeah, so like the class I teach at the university, I teach with Photoshop because Photoshop is supposed to be the industry standard. And my students don't even use Photoshop, but that causes that they don't even ask me for my brushes anymore. They want Procreate brushes, which I don't even know if that's a thing, but I suppose it is. So my Clip Studio paintbrushes, they never asked for them, so I wasn't like keeping the brush files up to date, and I had managed like you know how there's this point in all these programs, Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, whatever, that you get like your ideal brush situation where you have that perfect brush that just is exactly the way you want it. Like this is just the way I paint. This is the brush that manifests me as an artist and stuff like that. I had that in Clip Studio Paint, and unfortunately I didn't save it, and when I transferred everything to the new computer, I forgot to transfer that. So I struggled with it a lot, and I had to deliver some work for a client, and I was really behind because and again, this is all my stupidity, right? um I lost like it's 2023. Transferring to a new computer is not a big deal. You just turn on the new computer, log in, you open Edge, you download Chrome, you log into Google. It puts all your stuff up to date, all your passwords, all your logins right then and there. Then you log into whatever program you have, and there you are. You're set up in whatever it takes to download these things, which with speeds today, that should take you like an hour and you're all set up. Well, I had all my files on a hard drive. I'm like, well, I have external hard drives, and apparently I just wasn't using them, which is, I know, not very smart. I said this was my stupidity. Um, so I sit down that morning to transfer my work files to my external hard drive, and we are talking about like an insane, like we're talking about like 500 gigs. And idiot O almost certainly did not plug into the USB 3, but probably plugged into one of the black ones. So it went even slower than it should have. And it took like half a day to transfer these files. So by the end of the whole thing, I was way, way behind on work and struggling with Clip Studio Paint because I don't have the brushes, and Clip Studio Paint is not like the brushes are not feeling the way I need them to feel. And so eventually I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna see if Photoshop is behaving the same way. I did have all my Photoshop brushes because I do sometimes give those to students and stuff like that. They do sometimes ask for it. Sit down in Photoshop, everything is set up, everything is working just fine. Great. Get to work, and I really haven't had time over the past 2 weeks to like sit down and figure out Clip Studio Paint brushes again. Like what am I gonna do there? Um, so yeah, I'm pretty much back with Photoshop. Now I am going to cheat on Photoshop a little bit because Clip Studio Paint 2 came out, and Clip Studio Paint 2, why not install your personal Photoshop brushes into CSP? Does it not translate the way you want them to? Yes and no. You can bring Photoshop brushes into Clip Studio Paint, but they do not 100%. They don't go exactly the same. You get the brush image, you get some very, very basic adjustments, but you do have to go into Clip Studio Paint and tinker with those brushes, and I was just not getting them to feel the way I needed them to feel. So eventually I just didn't have any more time to waste on that. But Clip Studio Paint 2 is out, and it looks nifty. And it's free for the first 3 months. So I figured, okay, first of all, I bought this thing, right? Like I'm an easy bitch when it comes to like new stuff. Like Clip Studio Paint 2 is out. I'm here like in Photoshop. And, oh, I want it. I want it. It's the way I am. I want it because it's new. I just do. And I have long learned to just live with that aspect of myself. Right? Like I just want it because it's new. So I want it. And it's free for the first 3 months. Right? Like it's free for the first 3 months. So I figure, first of all, let's give that a shot. Second, that's a YouTube video right there. You know, use Clip Studio Paint 2 and review it. That's a YouTube video right there. So I will be downloading it and giving it a shot. Like No. It's not free. It's not free. But you get a trial period for 3 months. Did I misread that? Clip Studio Paint. Let's see. Free trial, yeah. Yeah, see? Up to 3 months free. So, well, the right device would be a Galaxy. So, no. I mean, I have a Galaxy, actually. I have a Galaxy tablet. But it's like just a little bit bigger than a cell phone. I'm not going to work on that. So yeah. But yeah, I'm like so weak and such and such a little bitch when it comes to like new tech stuff and all that kind of stuff. Like if this YouTube channel picks up and companies figure out that I will basically review anything as long as it's tech, oh man, I'm screwed. you're gonna see like my channel like hey, thank you whatever brand for sending me this electric tampon, and am I going to see John Wick 4 this weekend? I want to. I want to see I want to watch it tomorrow. I was planning to watch it even before it got all the good reviews, but now that everybody's saying that it's like amazing, well, I want to watch it even more. But we actually started a John Wick marathon. We're at so still missing 3. Not sure if I'm gonna watch 3 before tomorrow because 3 is really not my favorite. Which is kind of my way of saying I didn't really like 3. But I am very much looking forward to. Are you gonna? I'm guessing you're gonna watch it. Mr. E, did you see that ever since yesterday or the day before, Elden Ring now supports ray tracing? I'll take any excuse to replay Elden Ring, and I am replaying it. I'm doing a strength build, which I haven't done before. The time I played a dex build. Honestly, though, it pains me to say it, but then again, nobody plays From Software games for the graphics, right? Like, nobody's playing From Software games because they have the latest in graphics. Honestly, you're not missing out on anything. I use the excuse to kind of replay Elden Ring, and I'll take any excuse. But honestly, if you put the game in ray tracing mode without telling me, and I fired it up, I wouldn't have noticed the difference. Some shadows look more defined. The end, because they didn't add like they didn't add like there's not any local lighting or anything for the ray tracing. It's just outdoors environmental light. So it just has a few more defined shadows, and that's it. It just looks marginally prettier, and it's not very noticeable. But still, hey, any excuse to replay it. Mo, what is ray tracing? Okay, so don't feel bad for not knowing what ray tracing is when you worked on video games, because you worked on video games several years ago, and ray tracing, although not new in terms of it, it's not like it was invented last year, only started being used, and even now not every single video game has it, but it only really started being used with the RTX cards, and even that took its time to catch up, right? So basically what's happening with ray tracing, and I'm gonna give you a very, very simplified explanation, is okay. So like when you have like when you have your 3D game, right? And so you have your 3D world, and you set up the lights, right? So you got your character right there, and you set up the light right here, and the light casts everything like that. And so what you probably already know is that there's two very basic ways of getting that into the video game. One is that you bake in the lights, right? So there's certain light things that are kind of baked into the textures and stuff like that to save on resources. And then there's like the lights that are actually happening in the video game in real time. Well, what happens there is that basically the engine knows where the light is going and can more or less, let's say, arrive at a calculation of what should happen. Again, I'm really simplifying this, but so basically the game arrives at a calculation that this has to be here, and the end, right? That's how you get your lighting in your video games. Some of the light is baked into the textures. Some of the light is just based on the engine calculating what's going to happen with the light and coming up with that. What ray tracing does is that instead of doing that, right? Instead of doing that, what it does is it takes the light source, right? And it actually simulates the rays of light. Each ray. Well, it can't simulate the actual amount of rays that would be from a real light source, because we are talking about insane amounts of calculation. But what the video game does with ray tracing, what the engine does with ray tracing, is that it's going to take that ray of light and actually take it where it's supposed to go, and from there it might bounce over here, and it's going to calculate that, and then it's going to calculate where that's going to bounce over there. And so it's basically going to simulate what would actually happen with rays of light, in that, you know, the light particle is going to go and bounce and hit over there and go over there, and it's going to do it with, well, again, not even a number that's close to a real light source, but still pretty, pretty damn impressive. So the advantage it gives with that isn't just, neat shadows and stuff like that. For example, since it's going to take into account what material it hit and all that kind of stuff, ray tracing can do something that most video games have to cheat when they're not using ray tracing. For example, reflections, right? Like if this is a mirror, right? If here there's a mirror, well, with ray tracing, you can have an actual real reflection, because it will calculate how the light is going to bounce there and what's going to happen and all that kind of stuff. It's going to have a real reflection. And so you can have the real reflection in water, in a mirror, in a window, and all that kind of stuff. It's also going to be able to calculate bounced light, right? So if there's, let's say we have a light here giving all the light in the room, but here we have a neon sign with red stuff, it can calculate the light that's bouncing off of that. It's going to be able to, well, no, not it's gonna, it's able to, basically it's going to give you a much more complex light situation, because it is actually simulating what's happening with the light. So you say basically we're getting prettier video games from now on. Not quite. Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, ray tracing doesn't just happen, right? Like, it's not like you just set up the game and say the light is real and bam, video game has real lighting. No, because, the game has to know what materials it's bouncing off of. It's basically like a whole thing, right? So what a lot of video games will do is that they'll have ray tracing, but not for everything, right? So for example, Elden Ring. Elden Ring has ray tracing now, but Elden Ring's ray tracing is extremely basic. It's just the natural light when you're outside and it has ambient occlusion. The end. No reflections, no alternative light sources, none of that shit. And the thing is, From Software games are impeccably designed. They're beautiful because they're very, very good, interesting designs. But graphically, they're actually not that impressive. For example, if you look at Elden Ring, artificial light sources don't cast shadows. Like if you're in Elden Ring, go into a cave and pull out a torch. The torch will light up the room, but it will not cast shadows. That's just one example, right? Yeah, and the most impressive, or I don't know if impressive is the word I would use, but funny or whatever part of all that is that if you want to see what they're doing with Unreal Engine 5, well, basically you got to go check out Fortnite, because that's where they're like showcasing it, which is like, I don't want to check out Fortnite. No. Roblox also. Roblox got like a huge graphical upgrade, and I'm not gonna check out Roblox. No. But anyway, so Elden Ring enabled ray tracing, but only for like the outside natural light and ambient occlusion. Now, what I am very curious to find out is, okay, but does this mean that modders can now take that a little bit further? That's what I'm curious about. Like, okay, so they just enabled ray tracing and didn't do much with it. Okay, what about modders? Are modders going to be able to do something with it? Because, like, that's what makes PC gaming so wonderful, right? So maybe. Then there's basically ray tracing does mean that there's the potential for more impressive lighting and all that kind of stuff in games, but they have to actually enable it. If you want a beautiful ray traced game, The Ascent. The Ascent is a game where you activate ray tracing, and it does show. Like, The Ascent is, you can see the difference in The Ascent. Besides, it's an awesome game. So, like, I would highly recommend it either way. But The Ascent shows the ray tracing. Like, that one really, really sees a difference. You can look up a video, like Evan says, RTX on and off of The Ascent, and you're gonna see something impressive. Hello, Mr. Mokoristor. Another impressive ray traced game. Control. Control is really, really, really beautiful with ray tracing, because Control has a lot of reflections. So, and a lot of kind of like interesting lighting situations and stuff like that. So, you're walking around the offices and all that sort of stuff, and you can see your reflection in the windows and stuff like that. It's really, really awesome. Metro Exodus, I don't actually know because I don't have it. I want to play it, but I don't have it. So, another one I want to play, I don't have, and I've been told is really, really pretty with ray tracing, is Dying Light 2, but don't have it, so. So that one also. But yeah, Control, definitely check it out with ray tracing enabled. Control is very, very impressive that way. One Wing Daniki. Yes, I did. Um, but I'll be multi-streaming soon. So like if you still prefer to catch me on Twitch, you'll be able to catch me there. Like next week. Oh wow, Vaughn. Okay, Vaughn. I haven't seen you in ages. Vaughn, how have you been? Oh, it's so nice to see you, man. How you guys been? No idea why my name is different on YouTube. It's probably connected to your Gmail profile. Oh, me? I'm doing great. A lot of, you know, let's see. Wow, since last we spoke, I have to move to a new apartment. Got a new motorcycle. What else? What else can I? Move to YouTube. What else? What else? What else is new in my life? But what about you? What about you? Yeah. What's? What is up with you guys? Still doing fine. We had to say goodbye to our cat Murray a few months ago. We got a new one a few weeks ago. I do remember about Murray. I remember sending my condolences. Which I reiterate. You know, my condolences again. What's the new cat's name? Frankie. Okay. So that can either be from Frankenfurter? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, no. I was way off. I was thinking Rocky Horror Picture Show. And or was that like a middle ground? Like Rocky Horror Picture Show and she wanted Eddie. Then she made the suggestion to do Best of Both Worlds. Well, she got Frank from Frankenfurter, and I got Frankie from One Piece. Okay, so I wasn't that off. I just was missing half of it. I was missing half of it. Well, I'm sure she'll be happy if you tell her that I got Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show, because that way at least her part is working, and Don't feel bad about me not getting the One Piece part because I've never seen One Piece. Nor will I ever, because I only have one life to live. And I am of the theory that since I haven't started One Piece, I've never seen an episode of One Piece, well, it's too late for me. I don't have enough years to watch One Piece. There's too much of it. It's too much. It's in the final saga, so just one more decade and we're done. Nah. That's that's one of the two animes. No, I'm pretty sure there's more. But there's two animes that I just said, you know what? No. I'm just gonna have to pass. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying that I wouldn't enjoy them. It's just no. That one and Naruto. That one in Naruto. Naruto is another one that it's just like, no, sorry. I missed it. It's too late. YouTube, if I understood correctly last week, YouTube doesn't make you let comments that are bigger than, I think, 200 characters. And I haven't been able to figure out where to remove that. So I don't even know if you can. You're still at the same place as work, which I haven't been able to join the stream in a while. Okay. Well, did pick up a new hobby. Okay, now I'm curious. Kind of artsy. Okay, I'm curious. I make dice and other things. I'm guessing you 3D print them? That's probably a reason for me not joining the streams in the past months. What, you also got a new hobby? Oh, right, 3D. You've been totally into 3D. Printed the original masters, but then I made silicone molds out of the. Oh, so you like do the whole like pouring thing and all that, like super artisanal. You could do like the whole artisanal thing, like you make a video, but you come out with like a big beard and a hat, like in a hat, like a beard and a hat, and like overalls with nothing underneath. And you're all like, you know, we make the dice like our ancestors used to, and I don't know. In this case, your ancestors are Amish, I guess. I don't know. whatever. This mental image of you with a straw hat and a beard and overalls with nothing underneath, pouring dice the traditional way, you know, the way our ancestors used to do it. You gave up on 3D. My PC can't run the things I want to do. Missed the message earlier. I tried to draw something, but it's just random. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, yes, I didn't miss the comment. Sorry, Felix. Wait, let me catch up. Tried to draw something, but it's just random. Didn't draw in 2 months, and I don't want to draw anymore. It was fun for a few years, but it got me nowhere. Probably gonna close my online art stuff soon. Well, you know, one of the things that happens a lot with one of the things that happens a lot with online life, Felix, and then art, is that, well, one of the, I don't know if I'm going to call it dangers, but one of the things that you see happen a lot with posting stuff on social media and life online is that social media kind of gives us this mentality that things are only worth doing if you do them at a professional level. And that's really not. Well, first of all, it's not true, and second, it's not a good way of doing things. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to be a pro at everything you do. There are things that you can do just for fun, right? I think about it like video games, right? Like I play video games for fun. I don't compete. I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not like, right? Like I just play them and I enjoy them. When I get a chance, I play and I enjoy it and I have fun. And when it comes to art and drawing, life online and social media kind of gives us this impression that unless you're the most incredible artist the world has ever seen, then it's just not worth drawing anything. And that's sad, because drawing and making art is fun. And it doesn't have to be a job for everybody, and not everybody has to be the ultimate pro at it. Like, you know, there is such a thing as just sitting down at your house an afternoon that you have some free time and painting something just because you felt like it, and that's it. I just won't post stuff and probably close it. I have no fun while drawing. I feel nothing but probably some kind of anger, some kind of bad stuff anyways, because I can't do what I wanted to do while drawing. Well, I understand the frustration. I can definitely understand the frustration, but you know, there's a lot of people that actually consider drawing to be therapeutic. Like there's a lot of people that actually consider it to be therapeutic. There's I'm trying to remember the source for this, but for example, I don't know if you noticed, and I'm not saying that you should do this because, like, nah. But I don't know if you recall, like, how coloring books got, like, really, really popular for some reason a couple of years ago. And it's because apparently it's a great form of therapy to just sit down and color in a coloring book. And it's just relaxing, and people you know, they have a nice relaxing little time. And then there's people that just draw mandalas and they do mandalas and they just have a nice little relaxing time. I would definitely agree if it's like if it's not like if all it's generating is stress, then yeah, you definitely should lay off it for a while. But hopefully with a little bit of time and distance, you'll be able to return to it just as a nice, fun little thing to do sometimes. Uh, well, tabletop minis are still painting. It's it's just another way of painting, and I definitely uh, um I've heard a lot of people that say that tabletop minis, painting minis is like a relaxing, fun hobby. I have to admit I've never tried it, but not because I don't think it's cool or because I don't like it. I just never tried it because it's really not within my budget, right? Um but yeah, for example, Red Rock, I remember Red Rock would tell us that like painting minis was super relaxing, and she enjoyed it. She was very good at it. I suppose she still is. But yeah, it's just another way of doing art. Where am I gonna cut this? Am I gonna cut this here? This probably will be where I'll cut it. Yeah, I would definitely. I no, actually, I don't know. I don't know how painting minis go. What is this one for, Night Cow? Just a relaxing afternoon. Just a nice chill Friday afternoon. I got so much stuff to do this weekend that just yeah, let's just enjoy a nice little relaxing afternoon. I have to deliver so much art on Monday. Well, not just on Monday. Next week, I have to deliver so much art that I can't do on the stream. So just, yeah, a nice little relaxing kind of. Well, I do get where you're coming from, Felix, and I'll say that you know the what I said about like you don't have to be pro and all that kind of stuff. It also goes hand in hand with like you also don't have to do it, right? That's the whole point. The whole point of a nice chill little hobby is that you don't have to do it if you don't want to. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't see that Evan was saying goodbye. I don't know if he's still here, but... Oh. Was gonna try selling them locally, see if I can drum up interest. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't know how big the gaming scene is where you live, but I'm gonna guess that there's... I mean, hey, you know, we tabletop gamers, we do love our dice. If you I mean, you should post them on the Discord. I would love to see those. Just this morning, but I don't have the... Wait, you probably already did. Oh, no, wait. That's Felix's minis. Oh, those look very nice, Felix. What are those, by the way? Not like from what game are they? Wait, so you were at the shop and you had the dice there with you, but they wanted to see pics. They didn't want you to like... What why? That is so weird. That's like you know, meeting up in person but refusing to talk outside of chat. Like, no. If you talk to me, you send me a message. But you're right here. No. Maybe they wanted to see if it had a bunch of vote bullets or some junk. Found a use for AI and texturing that's not got anything I see a problem with taking job SketchUp. Oh, I've seen a lot of there's some definite uses of AI that I do think are worth getting excited for. Um, for example, topology, right? Like, a nice retopo AI. Look at those dice. Let's see what we got here. The stuff that nobody wants to do anyway. Oh yeah, they are looking. Let's just bring this in here. Nice, nice. I really like these. Like this, like the color that's coming off of these and these over here. I wonder how much experimentation you can do. Oh, nice. That's what I was about to ask. Like, I wonder how much experimentation you can do with stuff like colors and all that, without compromising like the legitimacy of the dice in terms of, making sure that they're always giving you the fairness you need with all the rolls and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm guessing you can't put little LEDs inside of the dice because I'm guessing that would compromise the, the legitimate roll. But how cool would it be? Ooh, that's a little bit too big. Wait. Ah, okay. That seems to be a very practical solution. You got your fair dice, and then you got your. Yeah, that seems like a very practical solution. That works. But wait. Okay, you would buy loaded dice, but would you use them? That's the real ethical question here. Or would you just have them for fun? Okay, wait. I'm gonna remove this. Just as a warning, I'm really not concerning myself at all with finishing this. I'm allowing myself to be distracted, all that kind of stuff, and I'm not complaining. Like this isn't so. Just in case anybody's here to see like how I finish this in 50 minutes. Like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm just playing around, having my fun. And we're here to relax. Um, what else is this? What are those boxes? They're pretty. Oh, the glow in the dark dice. Oh wow, those glow in the dark dice are. Oh shit! The potions. The potion. The potion. I needed that. I need a. Yep. The potions. That's what I need. Oh, those are awesome. The potions. Oh yes. Oh, I love those. Those. Oh, check it. Check it out. It's so cool. Well, why don't you try to link it? And if it doesn't let you, we'll, yeah, just go ahead and link it, and if not, we'll give the permission. See, it worked. Oh wait, but that was not class. So. Nonetheless. Wait. Am I sure I want to? No, no, no. Don't go back. Okay. I'm clicking it. Look, I got it. Also, those prices are quite low. So, definitely burgers to grill and fries to fry. Okay. Well, enjoy, Mr. Moko. Yeah, don't listen to me concerning prices and stuff like that, but Nat Class does know much more about what she's talking about. Erase. There we go. I need to change stuff on my art station. None of it is my best work anymore. Man, honestly, I haven't closed my art station. I can't tell you why. But I should. I should. I just don't really see the point of ArtStation anymore. I don't know. Maybe ArtStation will recover, but maybe I don't care if it does. But just the other day, I got a message from a video game company saying like, hey, we saw your work on ArtStation and we were impressed and we wanted to like talk to you and stuff like that. And I was like, what? My ArtStation? I mean, the thing I haven't updated. Like, no, this can't be. No. I was immediately suspicious. Like, no. You can't be serious. No, wait, I don't like that one. Let's do that. Okay, no, you. And there we go. Do like me a nice little septum. Where can you go? Honestly, I don't think there's anywhere to go right now. No. I totally get it. I totally get it. It's I don't think there's anywhere to go right now. People were talking a lot about oh shit, I did enjoy a lot. I think it was. Wait, which was it? Was it Steam or was it Epic? That basically on their game store, if your video game uses AI generated images, you have to disclose it now. Was it Epic or was it Steam? Or was it neither? Oh, okay, so it was probably Steam. Okay, I've been holding back pee for like an hour. I'll be right back. Unfortunately, I don't have the image I put up when I pee, so I'm just gonna go pee. I'll be back in a minute. No, I haven't abandoned the urination. It's just that this is a new computer. Well, I mean, new-ish. It's 2 weeks old. So I have to find a bunch of stuff again, right? But yeah, we would never abandon the urination. It is funny, isn't it? Because you kind of think that you're done setting up, like, yep, got everything I need, and then you're a month later like, oh, how the fuck did I forget? like like yeah, just this morning I was gonna check something in VR, and I just could not get it. Like the computer would not acknowledge the VR headset, and it took me longer than I would like to admit to realize that the reason it wasn't finding the headset was simply because I didn't have the software on the computer. That took way longer than it should have. Oh, I'm with you on that, Sabrina. That's why I'm on Photoshop and not on Clip Studio Paint anymore. Just didn't feel the same. I want to try something with this image that I've been wanting to try for a while, and it is flat or flattish colors, but we'll do that later. Yes. Yeah, Bob, this is what Photoshop looks like. um, hey, if it still works. But yeah, Photoshop has changed quite a bit. Especially if we're, like from CS6. You don't like it? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like about Photoshop, but I can't honestly say I don't think it's improved. I think honestly, well, no, there's a lot of things I would change about Photoshop. The main one being I don't want to pay a subscription. But I would I would be lying if I said that, considering that almost everything requires a subscription. Like today I was gonna multi-stream, right? Uh today I was gonna multi-stream. And the reason I ended up not multi-streaming today is because when I went to check out the software that was recommended for multi-streaming, it turns out it's not free, right? Turns out it's not free. So I'm like, okay, I have to figure this out first. And they want you to pay like a monthly fee for multi-streaming and stuff like that. And so basically, the point I'm trying to make is that when you think about all the things that charge subscription, Photoshop not Photoshop specifically, but Adobe really offers good value. Like considering like what I pay and what I get, which is the entire Adobe suite on 2 different computers. I don't like that it's a subscription, but it is good value. Are you even allowed to multi-stream when you're a partner on Twitch? Yes and no. Twitch recently made it so that you can multi-stream, but with conditions. Basically, you can multi-stream, but you can't multi-stream to YouTube. But I was talking with Altered Mage about this. And see, here's the thing. I'm not on Twitch anymore. I wasn't growing on Twitch. Don't get me wrong. I love all 10 of you. But let's face facts. The channel has been stuck on like 10 people for the past few years. like since like 2020 when I came back, we've been stuck between 10 and 20 people. The channel was not growing. I'm not going to do the stuff that Twitch wants me to do so that the channel grows. I'm not going to do emotes. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. So this move to YouTube is like, I'm getting the same amount of viewers. So did I cancel my partnership? No, it's still there. See, Twitch cancels your partnership. Yes. Katie's Fashion, hello. Twitch does cancel your partnership, but apparently I'm not big enough for Twitch to notice me. Because I got my partnership on Twitch in 2016, right? And in 2018, I stopped streaming for 2 years. It was 2 years that I did not stream. By regular Twitch partnership procedures, they would have canceled my partnership. But it just seems that I'm not big enough for them to care what I do. So I stopped streaming for 2 years straight. No streaming in 2 years. And when I came back to Twitch, my partnership was still there. So, I mean, yeah, it seems I'm just not big enough for Twitch to care. But regardless of that, I'm on YouTube now. And I got pretty much the same viewership here as I had on Twitch, which again, I love the 10 of you. But so if I'm streaming on YouTube and I multi-stream and Twitch would consider that breaking my partnership, well, what did I lose really? Just the possibility of saying, like, yeah, the only thing I would lose is that I wouldn't be able to say that I'm a Twitch partner anymore, which is okay. I mean, I mean, Yeah, don't get me wrong. There would be a part of me that would be like a little bummed, like, ah, I, yeah, yeah. There's a part of me that would be like, oh, I lost my Twitch partnership. That's a bummer. I mean, it was. I have very good memories from getting partnered on Twitch, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's if they cancel my partnership, I'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, okay. Um, Honestly, I don't think they're even gonna notice. I think and that is one of the reasons that I left Twitch for YouTube. I'm a Twitch partner, and I don't think Twitch knows I exist. Now, okay, I'm not saying that they should. Um, yes, I actually need to look into how to do that. You're absolutely right, Nightcow. Um, so like I'm not saying that Twitch should treat me like I'm a big streamer or anything like that, but I've been a Twitch partner since 2016, and I don't think Twitch knows I exist. Uh, so and as an artist, I don't really see uh Twitch ever uh, um caring about my existence. So yeah, there's actually a YouTube channel that I like to watch a lot. I recommend it, but of course, if you're not interested in these kind of topics like streaming and stuff like that, then I mean, there's no real reason for you to watch it. But if you are interested, there's a YouTube channel called Devin Nash. Um, he's a he's a guy that runs an ad company for uh for streaming and stuff like that. And I saw a video of his just this week, and he makes some very, very interesting predictions. I like watching his channel because he is a guy that worked with that, right? Like he has an advertising agency that specializes in um, YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. And one thing he was saying, and by the way, the reason I'm mentioning him is because of what Bond's saying that like people are still paying subs. Um, Amazon Prime subscriptions are well, he predicts that that it's just not sustainable. That it's not sustainable, and that he the way he sees it, pretty soon, um, Amazon like Twitch is gonna have to justify Amazon Prime because that is costing money, right? Like that's like money out of their pocket or something like that. So I thought it was very, very interesting in that sense. And I think that, yeah, it's for people like me that are just, small and all that kind of stuff. It's just, no. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. That's that. what's the advantage of YouTube streaming? Mainly have all your vids in one spot. No, there are other advantages and there's disadvantages. YouTube has better video quality. So the people watching you are gonna get noticeable better video on YouTube. YouTube will keep your live videos in a separate section, so you can have you can have your YouTube channel with your uploaded videos, and it will automatically have a section for your live videos. If you look at my YouTube channel right now, you'll see that live videos are in one place, uploaded videos are in another place. You can have your shorts, which there's another section for that. So you can really kind of build the whole thing on YouTube and have it all there. I haven't really kind of tapped into the potential of it yet, but I am planning to. You can have playlists, you can have all those things. You get better video quality on YouTube, but it's not all better. The interface for you to handle YouTube, which is called YouTube Studio, the interface is atrocious. It is really unintuitive. It is complicated to navigate. It is difficult to find whatever you need. Like figuring out how to get to the live streaming page where I monitor my stream and handle everything from there is just a nightmare. So YouTube Studio the UI is really, really bad, but not to the point that you shouldn't use it, right? You just kind of have to sit there and find stuff. Well, Twitch really has a very, very easy to use interface for the streamer. I mean, the chat experience is also better on Twitch in terms of what it offers the chat room. But those are things that I'm not interested in. But if you are, then Twitch has better management of everything that has to do with like emotes and chat room interaction and all that kind of stuff, bits. All those things are a lot easier on Twitch and a lot better. So you're gonna get better stuff with emotes, you're gonna get better stuff with chat interaction, you're gonna get all those things better on YouTube. Thing is, I don't even like emotes. So I don't care. I know a lot of you do like emotes, and hey, I'm not, nothing against that. Just I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not losing anything there. YouTube has a character limit in the chat room, which is 200. So basically, you can write longer stuff on Twitter than you can on a comment on YouTube. A lot of people would consider that a positive or a negative. Positive, you're not going to get people posting a super long text on YouTube, but maybe that's what you want. So, yeah. Yeah. So that one, I actually have to remember to look it up, because I get the impression that that's got to be the kind of thing that you can disable, right? Like the text limit, that's got to be the kind of thing you can disable. I have to look it up. What else does YouTube have? YouTube has a lot better discoverability. There's a lot higher possibility that people will find your YouTube channel. While on Twitch, it is very, very unlikely. Hey, I'm the same way, Bon. Have you ever in your life heard me be concise? Nope. But yeah, YouTube is going to have better discoverability because YouTube is going to recommend your content to people that based on the algorithm of what it thinks they might like, right? Twitch is going to recommend you to people based on how many people are watching you. So on Twitch, if you don't have a lot of people watching you, the most likely scenario is that that's the way you're going to stay. YouTube, on the other hand, might recommend you to people just based on the fact that maybe you're doing something that they might like. So it's a lot easier to get discovered by people on YouTube, and we have over the couple of months that we've been doing this on YouTube, every now and then somebody pops in here that is just like, hey, I just discovered this shit, and there they are. And that's really about it. That's really about it. In the end, that like the truth of the matter is, I didn't move to YouTube for any of those reasons. I moved to YouTube just because I think that as an artist, I really, really, really feel that Twitch does not care about me. Whereas YouTube doesn't care about me either, but it doesn't feel that weird that YouTube doesn't care about me. Right? Like YouTube is so big and so huge and all that kind of stuff that it's not weird that YouTube doesn't care about me. I'm a partner on Twitch, and it feels like doing art. I'm never gonna get anywhere on Twitch ever. I either have to play video games or do other things that let's not talk about them. So yeah, it's kind of like it stings less to be a small streamer that nobody knows about on YouTube than it is on Twitch. And it's feeling, but I feel like there's a chance. I feel like on YouTube there's a chance to grow, while I feel like on Twitch, no chance. Do they still hand out partnerships on Twitch? Because I remember back when you got it, it was a big deal. Now I don't think I've heard anyone even mention it elsewhere. Affiliates, kind of a basically becoming a partner became less of a big deal when affiliates became a thing, right? Because now you can get an affiliate, right? Like, oh, we still got 5 minutes to go, Time Pool. So because now you can just get affiliated, and becoming a partner became way more difficult and way much more of a big deal. But in terms of being able to make money off of Twitch, now all you have to do is become an affiliate, and becoming an affiliate is like super easy. So yeah, that's kind of yeah. So yeah, and I honestly, like, for the type of stuff I want to make, I would rather be on YouTube, right? Like for example, the whole thing with the keypad. I want to make a review of that keypad, but that's like a YouTube thing, right? And I want to make a review of my dual screen setup, and I want to do a review of Clip Studio Paint, and I want to do a perspective course, and I want to talk about art topics, and I want to do other things that I have planned with certain people in this chat room, but that I'm not talking about yet because we need to define some things. And that all just feels like it's a YouTube thing. And Spotify. But Anyway. Okay, 4:56. As you guys can see, I had a very, very, very chill stream today. I was not like yeah, you know, I was just chilling. Spent like an hour telling you guys about the keypad. I do want to finish this image, but because I want to do a little bit of an experiment, I want to do flatter colors. Not that I want to do flat colors from now on. I just want to see what it looks like with flat colors, because lately I've been very much into cyberpunk art with flat colors. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. So like, hey, what if we do like some really detailed, like awesome line art and then just do flat colors with it? So so let's see. But that is it. Let's see what we got today. So today's topic was repairs. And so as you can see, very relaxed little sketch here of you know me. I love cybernetics. So here are the repairs. But wait, I need the original of Sabrina's image because this one opened too small. Ah, okay, I see what happened. Okay, so repairs. This one comes to us from Sabrina. And it is beautiful, as one has come to expect. It's got that lonely space kind of vibe, you know, like that silent, you know, nothing around, just like you can see that this astronaut is stranded, right? Like but it's cute in a good way. It's cute in a nice way. It's like, it's cute, but it's, I don't know, it feels like a spaceship. How do you grunge it up? I mean, if you legit want me to tell you, the key is small details. So the basically, this is one of the few things I got from the robot pencil mentorship. $450 on that thing, and I learned like 2 things. And one of the 2 things I'm gonna teach you, so hey, you owe me $225 for this, is the size of the details is what's gonna make it feel large and kind of serious. So if the details are too big, it looks like a toy. But if the details are like small, then it looks like something big and mechanical and stuff like that. So you want to add little small details. I can actually show you an example of an image I delivered to Mongoose today. So basically, if you look at this, after like the shape is done and all that, it's the little lines and little details here and these like little details there and there and there and there, that are supposed to make it not look like a toy, right? That's what makes it not look like a toy. I made it dirty, and the camouflage is like pink and stuff because this is a Vargir ship, so Vargirs are colorblind. And so yeah, like how would they know how to camouflage a ship? But it's like these little teeny tiny things that you add here and there that make it look like a ship and not like a toy. So yeah, just kind of like those little teeny tiny things are gonna make it feel like a ship and not like a toy. Um, that being said, though, um, what I didn't say when I was in the mentorship and they were telling me that, and what I would say to you now is sometimes that's what you want, right? Like sometimes that's what you want. It's the difference between Overwatch and Destiny, right? Like you look at a character design in Overwatch and the pieces are big and chunky. Like these characters look like they could be toys. But then you look at a character design in Destiny and everything is small and it looks delicate and brittle. So it looks a lot more serious. So one of the things that Mr. Jones told me in the mentorship is that when you design a character, make them look like I mean, not delicate as in weak, but delicate as in just little pieces that look kind of like, oh, this is complicated and difficult to put together and it's gonna break and all that kind of stuff. Well, when you look at the characters in Overwatch, their parts are like big and chunky and stuff like that, so they look like toys. And you look at the characters in Destiny and they look like more adult sci-fi, but you know, adult and you know what I mean. So and this one is from Mao. Mao I love this. I love that you added fake comic to it. That is the best part. Marvel Now. Iron Man. Rated T plus. Join the re-evolution. Purchase includes free digital copy offer. Oh, I really like your experiment of doing comic covers. That is I really like that experiment. It's really nice. And Iron Man needs repairs. Yeah, I like it. Uh, the theme this week was repairs. So, yeah, you know, um, getting the arm repaired, getting Iron Man needs repairs, and repairing the spaceship. So this one is from Sabrina, this one is from Mao, and this one is mine. Yeah, it's really cool. Well, that's gonna be it for this week. Next Tuesday, I will be back with probably some Mongoose art. I don't really know what I'm gonna be working on next Tuesday for Mongoose, but they should be sent. They actually should have sent me something today. So yes. And if not, then I'll either continue this or I'll dig up the corpse dragger and do that or anything. But we will be back next Tuesday. And that's that. So thank you, Sabrina and Mao, for drawing along with me. Sabrina and Mao. It was a chill afternoon. Not the most productive afternoon in the world, but I had so much fun. I just honestly I appreciate so much that you guys just log in here to listen to me ramble for 3 hours, because that is really what I did today. Just ramble for 3 hours. But you know me. I don't shut up. So as long as you guys are good with me rambling and maybe drawing a little bit, I'll be willing to do it. That just sounds dirty. I'll be willing to do it for you, as long as you guys may want. What? As long as you guys want me to do it, I'll do it for you. I'll do it dirty the way you like. I'll do things the other streamers don't do, which is not use emotes and. Okay, do it. Anyway, that's it from me this week. Again, thank you to the artist that played with me today. I am going to take a break because I got a lot of work to do this weekend, so I'm going to take a break. Let's do the whole goodbye thing. You have been watching the Minister of Abnormality YouTube live broadcast, and I have been your host, O Abnormal. Today has been Friday. I think I said Wednesday at the beginning. I'm pretty sure I said Wednesday. Or maybe I said Friday. I don't know. Vaughn, it was so nice to see you again. Please tell Red that we miss her and we love her, and same to you. We also missed you. Well, we don't miss you anymore because you're here, but we did miss you when you were not here. So, but we love you both, and it was so nice to see you and have you back. But you have been watching the Minister of Abnormality YouTube live broadcast, and I've been your host, O Abnormal. Today was Friday. It still is Friday, March 24th of 2023. I will be back Tuesday in the afternoon to do either Traveler RPG art or something else. And I do hope to see you then. I hope you have a great weekend. Have a sexy weekend. You should go watch John Wick 4. I'm not even getting paid for that. This isn't a sponsorship. Although, hey, Keanu Reeves, call me. Have your agent call my agent, which is Pew. So have your agent call Pew, and Keanu, call me. We'll do something. I know you like comics and stuff like that because you made a comic. So call me. We can do something together, Keanu. And I mean that sounded dirty, but if you want it to be dirty, I'm sure Pew's into that as well. But you guys should all watch John Wick 4 this weekend. If you have not seen the John Wick movies, this is a great opportunity to do a John Wick marathon. So you can go watch John Wick this weekend. So it's going to be a sexy weekend for sure. I will see you Tuesday. Have something nice to eat. Until then, good hunting. Thanks for watching. Thank you for making art with me, and goodbye. Okay, you know, that was concise for me. Like, by my standards, that was concise. Holy crap. Now, the thing is, should I do something about that? Or is it part of my charm? Am I gonna become like that, like the YouTube channel? Hey, let's go watch this guy. He like rambles. It's insane. Like you should, like he cannot hold a topic. Like yeah, let's watch. It's fun. You just see him like go into topics. He ends up, and you never know what's gonna happen. Eventually, he makes a point, or not. Most times he doesn't.